Hello there, you're on the Heart of Reddit channel. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Get your popcorn ready and enjoy. Are you sure you want to play this game? Years ago I worked for a family-run business. I usually worked 40+ hours every week, and when my first check didn't reflect time and a half, I went to the accounting person, who informed me that time and a half was not a benefit we offer. Okay, it's a federal law, but whatever. Fast forward months of working for the company, 40+ hours a week. One day I decided to test for a city job. No guarantee I would get it, but it was a full-day test on a weekday. I had to ask for a day off. Keep in mind I had only used one vacation day until this point. Being honest, I told them what I needed it for and that I wasn't even sure if I'd get the job. They granted the day. However, when I got back the day after I was fired, I applied for unemployment, as the firing was a surprise. Someone from the unemployment office called to tell me that my request was denied, as my former employer stated I had received warnings. I had not. I replied, interesting. Since I have an email from my manager from earlier the week I was fired saying what a great job I was doing and our customers loved me, and they don't pay time and a half overtime. Unemployment guy says he'll call me back. On callback he advises he overrode the denial, and I would be getting my unemployment, and who I should call to file a complaint for the unpaid wages. Didn't think twice, took all the copies of all my pay stubs and time sheets and filed the complaint. They launched an investigation and he was non-compliant with their requests for a meeting. Got to the point that the investigator just showed up one day and walked into his office. They demanded his books, and every employee, past and present for something like 7 years prior, got paid what they were owed. Plus he had to pay a penalty, all while another company was in negotiations to merge with his. So you want to make sure our shed is to code. Our neighbor reported our old, but sturdy, shed to the city for being too large without a permit. Inspector comes out, measures. Nope, the shed is well under the size limits, and doesn't need a permit. Husband starts asking questions about the rules and gets all the specifics on what is allowed. The shed is old and very basic. Why not have a bigger, better shed? Oh, and BTW, the inspector knows the neighbor. She used to work in the planning department, knows the rules and clearly was just trying to make trouble, her MO. He looks into her property, and says he can see a good half-dozen issues if we'd like to report them. We laugh, but nah, we're gonna go the malicious compliance route. We rip down the shed, hoping neighbor is smugly gloating to herself. We do nothing for 3 weeks. Well, except draw plans, buy material, lay the foundation and line up a couple construction friends to help. Then one Saturday our glorious big new shed goes up. Now we hadn't heard from this neighbor in the 3 weeks, but now she's asking about our new shed. She'd love to see inside if we don't mind. We did. Cue another inspection notice for building a granny flat, the shed, on our property. Obviously the inspection goes fine. Well, except those violations on neighbor's property. That unpermitted open fire pit built right against the retaining wall and fence is a concern. We don't want it burning down our new shed, haha. She's got a couple guys out there right now jackhammering out concrete. I think I'll go offer them some cold drinks from the mini fridge in the new shed. Blowing a major aerospace company's mind with a foreign graduate degree. I worked for a big, American, technology and defense firm with tens of thousands of employees. A senior executive who had worked there successfully for years was caught with a falsification on his resume. He was fired immediately, and a new policy was instituted requiring all employees to sign a form giving the company permission to query the college or university with their highest claimed degree for verification. I have a doctorate from an old prestigious European university, an institution that I was quite sure would have no interest in such a query, but whatever. I signed the permission form, and attached a note warning the company that the university would probably ignore the request, which it did. After a month or two, with no response, HR called me in and said that the university had not responded, as I warned, but that corporate would accept a photocopy of my degree. Fine, I'm good with that. Remember the old, prestigious European university part. My degree is a piece of actual parchment, about the size of a throw rug, with a wax seal about 1 centimeter thick, and written entirely in Latin. So I bring it into the office, and photocopy it a bit at a time by sliding it around on the photocopier window. Takes like 12 pages to get it all. I staple them into a pile and give it to HR, who reluctantly pass it on to corporate. Another month passes. HR calls me in again. Corporate is complaining that your degree is written in a foreign language. Yep, I say, it's in Latin. Tell them to find a priest to translate it, and walked out. Never heard from them again about it.